In this video, we're going to look at a common trading bad habit when we can become overconfident and what that can mean for our trading. Hello, I'm David Jones from Capital.com, and in this latest video, we're examining trading biases. We're looking at maybe bad habits that we can develop along the way with our trading and ways we can combat them. Within our trading platform, we have a bias detection algorithm, and it tries to pick up on whether clients are picking up bad habits and try and maybe make them aware of it and steer them in a different direction. This time around, we're going to look at the problem of overconfidence. Now, you may think, well, of course you do need to be confident when you're trading, confident in your approach and your strategy, but that can go too far. So first of all, let's take a look at how and when this overconfidence starts.
Let's examine this idea of overconfidence as a trading bias. So when are we vulnerable to overconfidence? I think the really simple answer here is after a run of profitable trades. So we have a series of trades that end up being winners, and it's easy to think that we've cracked the secret of the market and we're never going to be wrong again. So it feeds our ego, these winning trades, and the tendency is that we're going to start being maybe a little bit too confident. The result of this is one of the symptoms of overconfidence is we increase our trading size too quickly and we start trading too big. So in our belief that we've cracked the secret and we're not going to be wrong, we take on more risk. There's also over trading, I think, is a symptom of overconfidence. So let's say we have a strategy that generates 2 or 3 trades a week and that's been successful. There's the feeling now that maybe we can't do any wrong. So rather than doing 2 or 3 trades a week, we start doing 2 or 3 trades a day. So we're trading much more often than we were before, always wanting to be in the market. So I think that's one thing that is easy to track. You know, if you look at historically how frequently you were trading, are you starting to trade more often after a profitable streak? And ignoring our risk management, this is, a very dangerous one. If, we've achieved trading profits by having a sensible plan and using stop losses, suddenly we don't want to take a loss if things start going against us after a series of winning trades. We're so convinced we're going to be right, we start ignoring our previous sensible risk management approaches.
So we can see some situations there where we're maybe vulnerable to becoming overconfident. Let's take a quick look at some simple steps just to try and eliminate this and put ourselves in check and back on track.
So if we've identified these traits of overconfidence, how can we overcome them? I think the really simple answer here is to stick to your plan. All of us should have a trading plan of some sort or another. So go back to it. Don't start thinking you need to trade more often or trade a lot bigger. Go back to the plan. Trading plans can be short. They don't need to be entire books on your approach to the market, but a typical trading plan will include rules for where you get in, where to place your stop losses, and how large to trade, how much risk we're taking on the size of the account. If we find that we're breaking these rules, maybe overconfidence is making us do that, and that seldom ends well. So go back to the plan. Don't be tempted to bend or break or slightly change the rules after a successful run. Because don't forget, following your plan in the first place is what has given you this series of successful trades. So don't throw it out of the window because suddenly you think you're invincible when it comes to trading.
So it boils down to sticking to your plan. If you have a trading plan that's helped you with successful trades, don't throw it out the window, after a run of winners and then decide to take on a lot more risk. Go back to the basics and go back to the plan. I hope you found this video useful. There'll be a whole load more content that we'll be doing on this topic. So to never miss out, just make sure you're subscribed to the channel by pressing subscribe. And if you click on the notification icon, you get automatically notified every time we upload a new video.